Greetings, Redheads. Thank you for joining me in another edition of your favorite show, the one, the only Reds View. Of course, I am your gracious host, the one, the only J Red, and I'm joined by the most honorable, legendary PM of all DJs, DJ PM. What's happening, bro?
What's up, brother? How are you?
Blessed and highly favored, man. I'm blessed and highly favored. You see what we're rocking right now, our JSU apparel, Jackson State
You see
University.
it.
We the swag champs,
Swag
baby.
champs.
They thought that we needed Dion. Oh, the doubters. Oh,
Who?
everybody thought that we needed. Oh, yeah, exactly.
I don't need shit.
But man, we back. We back to where we belong. That's all I can say.
Facts.
Celebration Bowl will be this weekend. The city's gonna be lit because it ain't nothing like some Jew love coming here. You know what I'm saying? So, man,
Absolutely.
I'm excited. I'm excited. But how you been? You been MIA from Reds View?
Man, I'm good, man. Just working. Same old, man. You know how I do. Trying to be great.
Man, let me be great.
Hey,
Speaking of
come on
which,
now.
hey, we got to go ahead and get into it. Before I begin this video, pardon my manners. Everybody, make sure that you subscribe to the channel, which is youtube.com/RedsView. You can do it right here. It is scrolling across your screen, my screen. youtube.com/RedsView. Also, make sure that you hit the like button or the dislike button. We want to make sure that we get that traction going. That really, really helps out the video. So y'all please do that for your boys right now. Hit that like button if you're on YouTube. Also, hit the share button. We want everybody to share this on Twitter. We want everybody to share this on Instagram, Facebook. If you're watching this on Facebook right now, it don't cost nothing to share. We already got a comment. What,
Absolutely.
Laker for life? What's good, fellas? What's happening, Laker for life? Shout out to the A1 Day ones up in here. I already know the people who are going to be watching on the replay, the playback, and stuff like that. So shout out to everybody. Maya, I see you. Trio 301. And again, if you comment, we're going to read your live comments as much as we can, and we're going to respond back to them so you can join in,
Of course.
chime in on the conversation, man. So we have a lot to talk about. And the reason I got DJ PM specifically on this show, of many, because I'm gonna have him again next week for our annual year-end wrap-up. So that's gonna be next Wednesday, 8 o'clock. Y'all make sure that y'all check that out. But I had to get the most honorable, legendary DJ PM on here because of these 3 words. Four words rather. Let me be great.
Okay.
And the reason we're saying let me be great is because there's a certain individual, the arguably the greatest rapper of all time.
In my opinion.
When you're when you're talking about analytics, longevity, and stuff like that, right? Consistency, all that stuff. He just slowed down with like the last 6 years.
7. What year is this? 24?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. I'd say he slowed down about 10 years ago, really.
10 years.
Yeah. Because there was a big gap between 444 and whatever came before that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're talking about nobody other than Jay-Z. Okay.
Jigga.
All right. So Jay-Z's Ard allegation. Is it a money grab? Is it a money grab? Now, the reason we're talking about Jay-Z's allegation, and I'm not going to say the R word, you see that it's blacked out, but y'all have seen it. Y'all have seen the news.
Absolutely.
Jay-Z is in hot water right now. He has a suit.
Easy though, but go ahead.
Yeah. He has a lawsuit, not a criminal lawsuit.
Right.
Not a criminal charge, but he has a lawsuit, a civil lawsuit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That said that he had forcefully had sex with a 13-year-old girl alongside Diddy back in the year 2000.
Correct.
24 years ago. Okay.
When Cash Money took over.
Yeah, Cash Money, 99 and 2000s, all that stuff, right? So the thing is, I've been seeing narratives, and I've been seeing a narrative shift actually, because I knew it was going to come to this day. All right. But the first thing that I want to say, because a lot of people feel like this is a money grab. Now, before I read the case, I want to say this. I told y'all, everybody who wants to defend Jay-Z right now, everybody who's saying they don't believe this, they're on Jay-Z's side, that's all fine. I'm not tripping on that. But I told y'all what was going to happen when you co-sign the whole Diddy stuff. All right. I told y'all episodes ago, months ago.
I was on that episode with you.
Yeah, you was on the episode.
Yeah.
Tell them what I said, bro.
It's same. We agreed that whenever you jump on the bandwagon with this without evidence, you're opening Pandora's box to them to do this to any successful black man.
including your favorite rapper, your
Correct.
favorite singer, right?
Correct.
I didn't say that Diddy was innocent. Never said that. But what
Never
I
said it.
said was, in the court of public opinion, especially when white people, the dominant society, go after you, black people, especially in hip hop culture, you should never co-sign it. I don't care how much you don't like that person.
Without evidence.
Without
Without
evidence.
evidence. Yeah,
Without
yeah.
evidence. I don't care how much you don't like that person, what you think about that person affects us. So all the stuff Diddy was in trouble for, and they all allegations, they're all
Still.
allegations without any proof. The only proof that we do have is he beat up on Cassie, and that don't have nothing to do with that lawsuit.
Correct.
Or
Nothing.
the criminal charges, rather.
Correct.
So the thing is, I knew back then that certain other individuals going to be in trouble because Diddy is the culture. Despite what you feel about him, the man helped take hip hop to heights.
1000%.
In addition to other people, he helped commercialize hip hop. So if you get that person, guess who else is going to go? All the other hip hop moguls. You got Birdman, you got Jermaine Dupri, you got Jay-Z, you got Master P, and
Dr.
Dre. You got all these people. So everybody was all on Diddy, going hard on him, making all these jokes, and that's fine and dandy. But when it comes to Jay-Z, Jay-Z is held in a different light than Diddy because most of public opinion likes Jay-Z. Now people want to cry foul and say they don't believe it. It's an attack on black men. And some people have been saying this attack on black men, but now everybody want to be woke and conscious, right?
Right.
So let me ask you that real quick, PM. Why do you feel that everybody, like for the most part, public opinion trash Diddy, but they're not doing the same thing for Jay-Z right now?
Well, I think because Diddy's reputation preceded himself. Like whether Diddy did what they're accusing him of or not, Diddy has been rumored to be gay for like the last 20 years. Like, you know what I'm saying? Diddy has rumored to have like wild I can say sex, right?
Yeah.
Diddy's been rumored to have like wild sex parties and stuff like that. Like this isn't new. This is like the Diddy rumors has been out as long as the Will and Jada open marriage rumors.
Yeah.
There's never been rumors about Jay-Z like this.
Well, there has been like with him dating younger women, like Aaliyah.
Yeah, but
Brown.
not to this extent.
Okay.
Not to this extent. Like, and this is gonna sound terrible. So rest in peace to Aaliyah. I must say that first. But there's always been a rumor that he dated Aaliyah and Foxy Brown. I give you that too.
When they were underage, right?
Correct.
Well,
but one, Aaliyah dated Jay-Z allegedly, Dame Dash allegedly, married R. Kelly.
Married R. Kelly. That ain't no allegedly.
That we don't even have to say allegedly for that. So it sounds bad, but like when a victim has a pattern of behavior, it makes it harder to blame the man in public opinion anyway. People be like, well, look, she was a hoe anyway. Not talking about Aaliyah, but I'm just saying like people will say that about people.
Yeah.
Or, or man, or like when somebody get killed, they'll be like, oh, well, he was always looking for trouble, so he finally found it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even though it's still sad that person got killed or that person was sexually assaulted or that person was dating someone who was way older than them. But when they have a pattern of behavior of doing that, it's harder to blame. It's harder to feel bad for the person. That's, in my opinion, that's why the whole Aaliyah thing didn't cause Jay-Z any trouble.
Got you. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
Yeah. As far as Foxy Brown, Jay-Z and Foxy Brown both came out and said that's not true. So if the woman you're saying he did it with is saying it's not true, it's hard to be like, yeah, it is. Now, whether he paid her off or not, the world will never know.
Yeah.
But that's not the point. What Lonzo saying Training Day, it ain't what you know, it's what you can prove.
What you can prove. Exactly.
And if this woman is now saying, oh, no, me and Jay-Z never did nothing. I read something the other day where she was like, it actually hurt my feelings that Jay-Z even spoke on that on Magna Carta Holy Grail. When he was like, I ain't never put my hand in Fox's box, but I some. She was like, she was bothered that he even said that because him and her had made an agreement that we both know the truth. We don't have to worry about what people say.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. So in my opinion, that's why people are defending Jay versus
over
Diddy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair. And I wanted you to point that out. Now, let's look over the lawsuit and see what Jay-Z is being accused of.
Okay.
It says the lawsuit claims that in 2000, it's Jane Doe. They didn't name the alleged victim.
Which
We don't
is,
know who it
they
is.
got to stop doing that, man. But that's a
Exactly.
whole nother conversation.
So the lawsuit claims that in 2000, when Jane Doe was 13, Combs and Carter, Jay-Z and Diddy, R'd her at a house party after the MTV Video Music Awards in New York. The lawsuit says a friend dropped her off at the VMAs at Radio City Music Hall. I remember that VMAs. She did not have a ticket, and she approached various limousine drivers to try to gain access to the show or an after party. One driver, the lawsuit says, told her that he worked for Combs and that she fit what Diddy was looking for. He invited her to a private party, blah, blah, blah. Later, the driver picked her up, the suit says, and after 20 minutes, they arrived at a White House with a U-shaped driveway, blah, blah, blah. Said she had to sign a document she believed was a non-disclosure agreement upon arrival. She was offered a drink that made her feel woozy, lightheaded, and felt like she needed to lie down. Shortly afterward, the suit says Combs and Carter entered the room with Combs saying, "You are ready to party." That's when she alleges Carter removed her clothes, Jay-Z, held her down and R'd her while Combs, an unfamed female celebrity, watched. We don't know who that is. She says that Combs also R'd her as Carter and the woman looked on. The suit says that she was able to resist being forced to perform oral sex on Combs by hitting him in the neck and that he stopped. She grabbed her clothes, left. She made her way to the gas station, called her father, blase skip. Okay. All right.
So can I ask you some questions before we go any further?
And I was about to, let me get this one out.
Go ahead. Let me
get a question. I want to know one thing. First of all, why was a 13-year-old? What grade are you in? You 13? 7th grade? I think like 7th grade.
7 or 8, maybe 8.
Yeah. Why would a 13-year-old be at the VMAs without her parents, getting dropped off in a limousine? Why was she offered a drink? A 13-year-old. Where were the parents? Why was she offered a drink? There were other adults around. I have so many questions when it comes to that. Why was a 13-year-old at the VMAs? That's my first question. And I know PM probably got a phone call or something right there. He should be back in a second. But for the redheads watching, I want to know why a 13-year-old was present at the VMAs unattended for. Where were the parents? Where were the adults? I mean, the adults were there, but I'm just trying to figure out, like, how in the world did this happen? There you go. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay. No, I can't hear you.
Oh, you can't?
My mom called me. My bad. She is my favorites, so it came through. I'm gonna back out and come right back in.
Okay, bet. Yeah, so that's the thing, redheads. I got big on the screen. But yeah, I don't understand why a 13-year-old was there. Also, why she was offered any alcoholic beverage. So a lot of things just don't add up as to why this actually did happen. So, with that being said, when you have that going on, and the other thing is, I don't understand, like, and this is my personal opinion. If you have Diddy and Jay-Z that's there, right? I think that the story would be a little bit. Hold on, let me get PM right. Can you hear me?
Yeah, my bad. My mom called me, man. She is my favorite. So even if it's on Do Not Disturb, it's gonna come
through. She's still gonna come through. It's all good. You gotta have that, man. So yeah, back to what I was saying, the 13-year-old, right?
Right.
Bro, I would believe this more, maybe if it was a grown woman. And listen, I'm not trying to, I wasn't there, right?
Right.
But to me, it would be a little bit more believable, you know, if you said somebody who maybe was 19 and looked older, 18 and looked older,
even 17
and looked older, but 13 years old. So that's,
bro,
13-year-olds could look like kids, bro.
13-year-olds look like kids to me anyway, bro. Let me tell you something. This shit sound like a Tubi movie, bro.
Man.
like you said, a 13-year-old got dropped off at the VMAs. Okay, this is in 99, 2000, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you telling me a 13-year-old took an Uber to the VMAs?
Going to different limousines?
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. It's 2000. We don't have Ubers. You telling me a 13-year-old took a taxi cab to the VMAs?
I don't
How
understand what the
how did the
reason.
13-year-old get into the VM? Oh, they say she didn't go in. She was at limos and stuff, right?
Yeah, trying to find it.
Bro, listen to me. First of all, a 13-year-old looks like a 13-year-old. Let's just be real.
Point blank.
I
Period.
don't
Yeah.
care how much makeup she put on, how developed she is. You can still look at that little girl's face and see she's a little girl.
Right.
That's first and foremost. Second of all, so you're telling me that they forcefully held her down and R-worded her, right?
Mm-hmm.
But she was able to stop them from forcing her to give them fellatio by punching them in the neck. So why you didn't punch them in the neck when they was trying to?
When they
I'm
were
just
trying
saying,
to.
if this story was real, I'm not
Exactly.
victim blaming.
Yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
not, for the people that's ever experienced anything like this for real. I apologize that this happened to you, but I'm just talking about the inconsistencies in this story. Had she said he tried to get me to do that and I bit him, I would have been like, all right, cool. I understand why. But you punched him in the throat. Why you didn't punch him in the throat when he was on top of you?
Right.
That, you know what I'm saying? It's just too many holes in this story. And then we're talking about Jay-Z and Diddy's house. So you telling me you was able to punch them in the throat and then just run out?
And then I'm
What the
confused.
hell is they security?
And I'm
We
confused
talking
too.
about Jay-Z and Diddy. You telling me you was able to just walk out the front door, the door wasn't locked?
Nothing at all. Like, and then Diddy comes and saying, now you're ready to party.
Right.
What, and I'm quite sure in the documents they said probably what led up to. I didn't read the whole thing. I just read the excerpts on what was put out there. But it
Man,
just doesn't seem believable, bro. I'm gonna just say straight up.
this a Tubi movie. They should have
Yeah.
just made this a Tubi movie and they would have made more money.
Come on.
Plus, the lawyer that's bringing the case, Tony Bugsby, because we need to say his name,
Yep.
is a laughing stock in the lawyer community. I've been talking to my homegirl that's a lawyer. I ain't gonna put her name out, but she's literally saying that he's a laughing stock in the lawyer community. Nobody takes him serious because he's a get rich quick lawyer. He takes somebody. Jay, if you went to him right now and said, when you recorded that song with which one of the people from Bone Thugs you recorded with?
Lazy. Yeah.
Shout out to Lazy. And this is hypothetical, so don't try to twist my words, people. If you went to them and recorded it and to them and said, hey, when I recorded this song with Lazy, he came to my house and he touched my leg and I had to push him off me and forth, even though this man ain't never even been in your house.
Right.
He would take your case and he would file it in a civil suit and he would try to get Lazy to settle for you.
Exactly.
That's literally what he does.
Right. But you know what I really did love is that Jay-Z actually spoke out about this. And I'm not going to read every single thing he said, but like he said, my lawyer received a blackmail attempt called a demand letter from a lawyer named Tony Busby.
Yep.
What he had calculated was the nature of these allegations and the public scrutiny would make me want to settle. No, sir. It had the opposite effect. It made me want to expose you for the fraud you are in a very public fashion. So no, I will not give you one red penny. These allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint and not a civil one. That stuck out to me right there. Right. Whomever would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away. Would you not agree? These alleged victims would deserve real justice if that was the case. So let's stick with that, man. I believe that, man. Like, if this would, because this is a heinous act, right?
Oh, for
this
sure.
Isn't nothing to pussy.
And ain't no statute of limitations on that.
No. So I know I'm not victim blaming or anything like that, but if Jay-Z really did this, he should be off the streets.
Period. I agree. Lock him up.
You're talking about two men that forcefully had sex with a 13-year-old, taking turns while somebody sat there and watched. That causes trauma, pain, scrutiny, whatever.
After drugging the child.
After drugging them, that should be suicidal. So they should be locked up forever. So I feel Jay-Z on that.
Lock him up.
Why wouldn't you want justice served to have a monster like Jay-Z off the streets?
And then here's another kicker. Tony Busby, because I'm going to keep saying his name.
Mm-hmm.
They said that he oftentimes implores his clients not to file a criminal suit.
Criminal suit, yep.
Just sue them.
Yeah.
No, get them monsters off the street.
If that's
Forget the money.
Right.
Forget the money. Get that monster off the street. Because if you win that criminal suit, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna win the suit anyway.
Anyway, exactly. So I felt Jay-Z on this. He said, my only heartbreak is for my family, my wife, and I will sit our
I've
children
seen
down,
that.
one of whom is the age, Blue Ivy, where her friends will surely see the press and ask questions about the nature of these claims and explain the cruelty and greed of people. I mourn yet another loss of innocence. Children should not have to endure such at their age. It is unfair to have to try to understand inexplicable degrees of malice meant to destroy families and human spirit. You have made a terrible error in judgment, thinking all celebrities are the same. I'm not your world. I'm a young man, and people took this out of context. I know what he meant. I'm a young man who made it out of the project of Brooklyn. We don't play these types of games. We have very strict codes. We protect our children. You seem to exploit people for personal gain. Only your network of conspiracy theorists, fake physics, and will believe the idiotic claims you have been levied against me. That so yeah, that's enough of reading all that. But
Yeah.
I'm glad that this sets a precedent for the future, right? For other moguls or people who are famous and celebrities to actually say something, because a lot of times what happens is they're afraid to say anything. They
They
let
don't
their
want the
lawyers
bad
talk.
press.
They don't want the bad press, so a lot of them settle, or they just let it get out there and be like, I'm just not gonna say anything, and their brand gets ruined. Jay-Z got in the forefront and said, no, bro, if you gonna take me out, go ahead and take me out. I know I didn't
Right.
do this. I'm not the regular person that you used to doing. I ain't Diddy. So you better come with it. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I applaud Jay-Z for that. And to me, that is a stand-up move. I applaud him for that. And the thing that stuck out with me is like, you're not thinking about my children, Blue Ivy, the twins, my wife.
Romy and Sir. Right.
Yeah, my wife, the
Now,
people
my
just
mama, nigga. What you mean? Like,
come on, bro. They have to live with all this, and
yeah,
it's BS. I could see if I had a reputation of
of
beating up
course.
on women, or if you didn't see, come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like R. Kelly, right? Even
Right.
though he's not in jail for what they locked him up for, we know what he
Not at
went
all.
through and all that stuff, right? But come on, because he already embarrassed himself. But Jay-Z has been having a clean record of this type of stuff. The only thing we knew about is him and what's her name? Solange fighting on the elevator. And
Right.
that's over some other stuff. People go
Right.
through
That
that
was
all the
over.
time.
That was family business.
That wasn't criminal stuff. So
Right.
yeah, bro. Like I'm like, you're not thinking about my daughter, my children, and all this
I
stuff. Come on, bro.
I'm gonna tell you something else I read on Facebook too, man. Somebody was like, I mean, the evidence is already there. Jay-Z and Rihanna both said that when he signed her, he locked her. Did you see this? He locked her in a room and said she couldn't leave until she signed. And she was only 16 years old. That's predatory. I said, bro, if you took that literally, we can stop this conversation right here.
Right now.
Do you know how many label heads have said about artists, I wasn't gonna let them leave without signing? They're not being literal, bro.
They're saying, yeah, in a sense of I don't want you to get away from me
I
to
really
sign to
want to
somebody else.
sign you. I'm going to do whatever it takes to make that happen.
Mhm.
That's what that means. But people read on a third grade level, and that's why I don't argue with them.
Now, one thing I do want to share is this: Jay-Z's lawyer actually has something to say. And this came in today. Jay-Z's lawyer alleges as an anonymous woman has come forward and alleged that Tony's
Seen that.
Busby's law firm dropped her as a client for refusing to fabricate claims about being drugged and assaulted. All
I
right.
seen that.
So I ain't gonna read all this, but this goes to show you the truth is already coming out, bro.
Right.
It's already coming out. They dropped her. Also,
Hey, not to cut you off. This is the same lawyer that did the hotline
yeah,
for
for
victims
Diddy.
against Diddy's, right?
For the Diddy thing. Yeah,
All
yeah.
right, cool.
Also, there have been people coming out saying that they were with Jay-Z that night and identified that he wasn't nowhere where they said that he was, that he was there. Like it's a lot of people coming out and
I guess who Diddy was with that night?
Who?
J-Lo.
J-Lo. Okay, yeah.
Because that's when he was dating J-Lo.
J-Lo at that time, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not counting up, and a lot of people feel like it's cap. I ain't gonna lie, I don't believe this. I don't believe it.
And it's not because Jay-Z is my favorite rapper. It's because I read the suit and I was just like, this sounds like a Tubi movie.
Yeah, it just don't sound accurate. Like I said, to me, it would have been more believable if she was like maybe 18,
Yeah.
or if she was a grown woman. If a grown woman said that, yeah. But I just refuse to believe a random 13-year-old just happened to just go to the VMAs, got some drinks, and then they both ran a train on
Right.
her. I just don't. I like it's just not believable to me, bro. I
And I
don't.
think they attached Diddy to it to make it believable.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. And I'm not gonna read what Tony Bugsby had said in response to Jay-Z. He said, well,
Wow.
it was a term that he used. Dog, I forgot what it was. Like to have some type of meeting, because he said he didn't come to him about money.
He wanted a mediation.
A mediation.
Yeah.
What the hell is the mediation about if it ain't about the money?
Right. You want him to apologize?
Because it ain't about no criminal charges. So you're saying we approached him on some media? Come on, bro.
A mediation means I want to check without anybody knowing who I am or what we talking about. That's all
Right.
it means.
And the thing is, I want to address this 2 p.m. and I'm going to talk to you ignorant Negroes out there. The ones who I already know the white folks going to believe it because they
Of
like
course.
to see a black man.
They want to.
But a lot of y'all are haters. A lot of y'all have sickness because you like to see prominent people go down to your level. You want to see a billionaire black person, billionaire actress, or a billionaire singer. You want to see them come down to your level because it makes you feel good. You have no reason to not like Jay-Z. You may have had reasons to not like Diddy. You don't know Jay-Z personally. You don't know Beyonce personally. But I've seen some people online talking about some. I mean, he did hang around R. Kelly. He worked with R. Kelly. He was friends with Diddy. So you think that it's hard to believe that he would have did whatever? Just because I'm friends with somebody that's a criminal or worked with the criminal, does that make me participate in what they do?
Absolutely. Yeah, it does.
How many cousins you have that have been drug dealers? How many cousins you had that have been on drugs?
Right.
How many cousins that you know have committed heinous act or criminal acts? Does that mean that my last name, just because we got the same last name, that I'm the same as them?
And this is another thing, bro. People got to stop confusing people that work together as friends. That's what I be trying to tell people. See, if you not see, me and you are in this industry, so we understand. Like, just because I work with you, don't mean we friends. Jay, you shoot movies, TV shows as well as rap. How many times have you been on set with people that you never talk to again?
Every time, pretty much.
Bro, that's like saying because I open for somebody as at a DJ, or I close and somebody open for me at a party as a DJ, we friends just because we take pictures together at parties.
Or if
nothing.
Or if you know Cameron and Jay-Z did a song together back in the day, New York
and
City,
was in a video together.
That don't mean that they're friends. It was
they not, because Cameron and Jay don't even like each other.
No, it just they link up with each other every now and then because it makes sense business wise. So my thing is, you associating Jay. Yeah, he did an album, 2 albums with R. Kelly. Yeah, he worked with Diddy, but he was supporting another black man, which there is no illegal stuff going on with that supporting.
Nope, not that part of it.
Why would I drink? What he say? Why would I drink Grey Goose when Diddy got Ciroc or whatever he said?
Y'all need to stop, right?
Yeah, like come on, bro. So a lot of y'all envy Jay-Z. You're jealous of Jay-Z and Beyonce because they're a power couple who've had a pretty much squeaky clean situation publicly.
Right.
They're out of sight, out of mind. But you don't like to see successful black people prevail. And any little thing that go out there, you automatically believe them. Automatically, no evidence.
And I know we've been on this topic for a minute and we got other ones to cover, but I'm gonna also say this. These same people sit up and watch Bad Girls Clubs, Real Housewives of Atlanta, Love and Hip Hop. That's the real trash that we should be calling out.
Exactly.
Them people on there acting ignorant, not these people that have elevated the culture, personified black excellence to this point. And I'm gonna end my statement with this. I don't think he did it, but if he did, then I'll say I was wrong and forget him.
Right. But
I don't think he did.
We'll never know if he actually did it anyway, because this ain't a criminal case. You know what I'm saying? Like it's BS. But this is what I also want to say. Will more lawsuits come against Jay-Z?
Yes.
Is this the start of it? And I say yes, because the floodgates are open with Diddy. When we all roll behind, and I'm saying I didn't do it, but when we all were co-signing the Diddy thing, like I said, it'll affect your favorite rapper.
Absolutely.
So you've seen the culture supporting Jay-Z because Jay-Z has done a lot for the culture, black people, especially black people facing criminal charges and all this other stuff, right? But now you're about to see anybody make some stuff up because the fools that are believing this are gonna believe Jay-Z did something with Aaliyah. Jay-Z did something with Foxy Brown. Jay-Z did because they have been rumors, and people like Jaguar Wright are about to get a bunch of boy, she about to run that bag up. You know what I'm saying? This is just the beginning because people are going to reference the Big Pimpin' video.
Well, the thing about it is, though, she can only talk on like YouTube and Instagram and stuff like that because Jay-Z has already shown if
he ain't the one to play with.
If a real news network has her own, he's going to sue you.
Yes.
That's why Pierce Morgan had to edit their video of her.
Yeah. Oh, he took it down, didn't he?
Oh, did he?
Yeah, I think he took it all. I think
he
took it down. Yeah, he just said we were just gonna remove it. But my thing is this: there are more lawsuits that's gonna come because if you think this is just one, they're on a mission right now to take
this dude. Tony Busby will take more lawsuits. If you called him right now and said you was in the studio, you played the trumpet, and Jay-Z touched your knee, he'll take your case.
Exactly. And people are going to see that, and maybe individuals that Jay-Z has sexual encounters with, they're going to look at it and be like, oh, Jay-Z addressed it publicly. That was a gift and a curse. The gift is he's defending himself, right? Which you don't really see. The curse is, since he's publicly speaking out about it, I could get some clout, right? I could say that he did something to me while we work together. Hell, a million could come out and say some stuff. You never know. And it could be dudes who come out and say, Jay-Z really is living a down low life. Him and Beyonce did some T.I. and Tiny stuff.
Right.
And I'm throwing stuff out there. I don't want it to happen. I know how this works, bro.
Absolutely.
You know how this works. Once one lawsuit comes, you think it ain't going to be another slew of lawsuits that's about to come after this?
They come.
Oh, they coming, bro. They coming. So we have to look at this. And they did this right at the tail end of 2024. Because you remember what happened this time last year. What happened you remember the lawsuit that went on last year?
Was that the Diddy lawsuit?
Yes, it was November, December, and we're still kind of like beginning of December. But all of this happened that time, and you see what happened with that. So I think that I'm foreshadowing this right now, but I think because when I text you, I said something specifically. I said, bro, here it goes. I said, this is here, it begins.
It's the beginning.
And now it might roll over into Beyonce, right? Who is our prominent FBA queen sister Beyonce, who has been so successful. I think the people who are after Jay-Z, they're going to be after Beyonce too. And they're trying to, the whole thing is to ruin their brand.
Oh, for sure.
It's just to ruin their brand. And hopefully no criminal allegations and all this come up because, this is a civil suit. But I don't want, criminal charges, I should say, because this is a criminal allegation. But oh, this is just the beginning, bro. Everybody better grab your popcorn. And if Jay-Z is your favorite rapper, like DJ PM says, it's about to be crazy. Also, like I said, Jaguar Wright and Dame Dash, boy, they about to make so much bread off of this. Dame Dash, they're about to come to him with some interviews.
Oh, yeah, Dame Dash going to be in an interview. But what's today, Tuesday? Say Cheese, not Say Cheese. He worked with
Art of Dialogue. He worked with a lot of Art of Dialogue.
Yeah, Art of Dialogue. He'll have a video with Art of Dialogue by Friday.
Yeah, he's probably filming as we speak.
Right.
Because since he don't have as much money as he did, he be filming interviews. I see Dame Dash clips like every day, bro.
Yeah, they pay him that little $5,000. He do that video. He do that video.
He need his paper up, and he might run the bag up now because if you got anybody talking about the Jay-Z stuff now, Vlad about to have people on there. Art of Dialogue. So
and I'm gonna tell you the messed up part. Dame need the money, so he'll do a Vlad TV interview right now.
Oh, you think so?
I know he will.
Even though he don't mess with Vlad, you think that he
it don't matter. Money talks, bro. Money talks. If Vlad go to him right now and say, "Look, I'll give you $20,000 cash," he gonna do that.
You think he'll do it?
Hell yeah.
Damn. That's
yeah.
He ain't got nothing to lose at this point, right?
20 cash? They need 20 cash.
He do.
I'm talking, and when I say cash, I mean off the books, like no IRS involvement. Like
exactly, yeah.
I'm just gonna give you $20,000. So, because if he reported, then the IRS don't want their cut because they still garnishing his wages and stuff.
So that makes sense. Now let me ask you this: does Jay-Z's allegations affect Kendrick at the Super Bowl?
I don't think so. Why would it?
Well, the thing is, I'm gonna play you. Well, before I do that, the reason I'm saying that is because Kendrick Lamar's. What's the main reason he's at the Super Bowl this year? I know he's had a
Because
successful
the Jay-Z them do it now.
because Jay-Z does it. Also, the success of Not Like Us. Now, Kendrick, of course, has performed at the Super Bowl already. But the biggest part of his success this year has been the defeat of Drake, but due to Not Like Us success. Not Like Us is the biggest song we've had in recent memory. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, if Jay-Z's relationship with the NFL is affected by this, some people were just like, does this affect Kendrick's ability to perform Not Like Us? Not saying that they're going to renege on Kendrick Lamar's performance because it's too late for that, right?
Yeah.
But will the pressure be on the NFL to be like, you know what? Drake already got this lawsuit going on, right? And it's because of Not Like Us. It damaged his likeness and all this other stuff. Jay-Z's in trouble right now for these allegations. Kendrick Lamar performing Not Like Us, which is a lot of people feel like it's a song about PDF files. You know what I'm saying? So will this affect Kendrick not performing that particular song at the Super Bowl?
I'm gonna tell you this: he wasn't gonna perform that song no way.
You don't think so?
No, bro. He's gonna do 10 seconds of that song, and it's gonna be a musical rendition. Like the band is gonna, you know how the song goes, dun 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 dun. Instead of doing that, the band is gonna play it, and it's gonna break down. It's gonna be like dun 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 dun, and then he gonna say a cappella, "They not like us. They not like us," and he gonna go to another song. Trust me, he was never gonna perform that song.
Well, the thing,
you can't, bro. You can't be at the Super Bowl and say trying to strike a chord might be a minor. You can't do that at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, because the thing is, I figured he would do a medley, right?
Yeah.
Of it, because you're not gonna perform a full verse. That's a long verse to be performing there. You know what I'm saying? He would have to literally.
You know, the halftime show is only 7 minutes.
Oh yeah, exactly. So he'll literally have to be like going straight to, if he's gonna do the A minor part, he would have to go straight like that, or he have to say Drake, I hear you like I'm young.
He can't say that either. Nope. He can't do that.
So I mean, he's not cussing though.
It's not about cursing. It's about the subject matter. True. You got to remember the Super Bowl show. The halftime show is supposed to be rated G or PG, one of the two. You can't say that, bro. You can't call him you can't say I heard you like I'm young. You can't say trying to strike a chord, probably because what you're saying without saying. You can't do that. What's the other one when he was like if you in love, just hide your little sister from. You can't say that, bro.
Can't say that.
You can't say that.
But what if he says strike a chord and it's probably a minor? That's
not. Everybody knows what he's saying, bro. Yeah. You can't do it. I'm telling you.
But the thing is, he's still gonna do it to do a medley of the song.
Yeah. I'm telling you what's gonna happen is the band is gonna play bum 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 bum.
But do you think?
And then he gonna say they not like us. They not like us, and he gonna go to another song.
But do you think that still damages Drake's brand, because that's what the song? It's a diss song.
I'm gonna say this: at this point, that song has done everything it's gonna do to his brand.
I feel like that too.
Yeah,
I don't feel like it being at the Super Bowl is gonna really do any more than
that song has done everything it's gonna do to his brand. At this point, the people that like the song like the song. The people that don't. The people that hate Drake hate Drake. The people that hate Kendrick hate Kendrick.
Exactly.
Like that battle is over with. There was a winner and there was a loser, and it's over with.
It's over.
In my opinion. Now he's just kicking a dead body.
Yeah, exactly. Of course, at this point. Yeah. Now, why? This is another thing I want to know, right? Why are people comparing Jay-Z's allegations to Drake? Now, this is the thing. Tariq Nasheed had brought this up to people's attention right here. I'm gonna play this. Fair use, by the way, fair use. Listen to this.
That might be a play too. That might be a play because Drake angle, because that might be a play too. That might be a play because I don't know. Drake is going after Kendrick because of the Super Bowl thing. Drake is going after Kendrick, and Jay-Z is basically in charge of the Super Bowl halftime. So, There's some powerful bigwigs clicked in with Drake. They got a vested interest in Drake making his money in the music industry. I'm just looking at this from different angles here. Remember, man, Kendrick Lamar, that song that wounded Drake.
All right, so Tariq basically, because I ain't gonna play the full thing, but basically saying Drake has stake, like people have stake in Drake. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
A lot of powerful people, so they could have came with these allegations or paid somebody, to say, hey, this could be, because a lot of people feel like the lawsuit that Drake is doing is because he would not like us to be performed at the Super Bowl. So if I can't do it that way, what if I take down Jay-Z, make up some allegations about him, or could this affect that? Like, what do you say to that? Could Drake have something to do with this?
No,
I don't
see it. I think this is Tony Busby being the slimeball lawyer that he is.
I got you. Now, there have been people saying that Kendrick Lamar has a song calling Drake a PDF file, right?
He does.
With Not Like Us. And everybody was enjoying the song and saying that Drake was a PDF file, right? But when Jay-Z, remember my Diddy comparison, people crapped all over Diddy, but with Jay-Z, it's all this support and things like that. So remember, we talked about this earlier. I want people to understand this. Not Like Us was a diss song. It was a song. Forget diss song. A song with a catchy beat, catchy hook, catchy lyrics from a talented rapper. That was gonna be a hit. Now, not as massive as it is. That was gonna be a hit anyway. It's Kendrick Lamar on a mustard beat. That's something we never had. If Kendrick would have put that out as a single, it would have been a hit record. Not saying it would have been number one, because of the beef, but it would have been a hit record, bro. Period. It would have maybe been
even if he wasn't dissing. Yeah,
it would have been a hit, period, because we've never had that. Kendrick never been on that vibe before. You know what I'm saying? He's made hit records, but not on this. So if I put a diss record out and it's a catchy diss record with a hook, a bridge. When's the last time you heard a rap song with a bridge, chorus, 3 verses? That's a full song, bro.
Right.
Like, anyway, so you can't compare Drake being called a PDF file, because a lot of people, you hear A minor, but it became its own force. I don't even listen to it thinking Drake like young girls. I just rap along to the song and enjoy the beat. So that's not the same.
I don't listen to it at all, but go ahead.
Anyway, but that's not the same as Jay-Z having a lawsuit filed against him saying that he did a criminal act. Those are two completely different things. Right. So it wasn't like, oh, the industry hates Drake but loves Jay-Z. That's not true, bro. He was in the biggest rap battle of all time.
Think about it like this, okay? As someone who worked with children, and you worked with children before, what's the easiest way to teach your child something?
Music, especially hip-hop. Hip-hop is the easiest way to teach a child something.
I don't think I need to go no further. And if they don't understand that, then they don't need to be watching Reds for You anyway.
Exactly. That's simple. So all of you folks who are Drake glazers and you make everything about Drake, chill out. Give Drake a break. See, the thing is, Drake keep looking bad because of them.
Right.
You ever notice that? It's like Drake don't even have to say nothing, but academics and all those folks like Maul and just the Drake.
I mean, Drake hasn't said anything though.
No, he hadn't said nothing. Kendrick ain't said nothing either. It's the people who work around them or the people who they get bots to control narratives and stuff. I'm like, if y'all would shut up about Drake, he wouldn't look as bad as y'all make him look. You know what I'm saying? So it's ridiculous. Now
it's okay, man. A song is coming. That's all.
What, Drake song?
Yeah.
Ain't gonna do nothing. All right. So
academic.
Yes.
What you want to bet?
So okay, give me the context. What do you mean?
It's gonna be a hit.
How do you know it's gonna be a hit? Somebody featured on there?
Drake got a hit coming. Just remember I said that, and when it comes out, I'm gonna come back and tell you I told you so.
He ain't got no hit, man.
Yeah. And I'm gonna give you an OVO t-shirt to wear on the show.
No, that's a wrap. Look, man, I said it on my last episode, man. Drake, could he still? I'm not denying he couldn't make hit records anymore. It ain't gonna be as big as it used to be.
Watch.
That's all I'm gonna say.
You see?
No, Drake ain't got the juice, man. Sorry.
You see?
Okay. And look, you've been proven wrong these past few months, by the way. I hope you know that. You said Squabble Up wasn't gonna be big. Squabble Up
isn't big. Squabble Up is only big because it just came out, bro. What I say? Give it 3 weeks. It's been 1 week.
You said
is it still number one?
You said originally it wasn't gonna do nothing.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, bro.
I'm gonna go back to
listen to me. Listen to me. So one thing, I am a Drake fan, but I'm not delusional. Okay. And I understand momentum. Kendrick has the momentum right now. Kendrick can put out a Poopity Scoop remix and it would go number one the first week because everybody's gonna rush to hear it. Squabble Up is a West Coast regional sounding song. True. And once the rest of the world and America gets tired of that sound, none of this stuff is gonna work anymore. I'm telling you now, bro.
That's what happens to everybody, though. I said it's going to be a hit. You're trying to move the conversation around.
No, we define hit differently. No, it just came out. I'm saying give it a month. Give it a month.
Okay. We're gonna give it a month, and I'm telling you, it's going to be the
same. So if at the top of the year, Squabble Up is still in Billboard top 20 or still being played, I'll say you was right. Top of the year.
Top of the year.
That'll be 5 weeks.
Okay, it's still going to.
Because it came out last week, so that'll be 5 weeks.
The other song, he got TV off. Are you forgetting the Super Bowl's coming up? Are you forgetting about that?
It's gonna come back when the Super Bowl come around.
This dude. Okay, let's look at some of the comments. Laker for Life said both sides are annoying at this point. I agree with that. Stephanie K said lame.
What's lame? Who's lame? Can we get some context, Stephanie?
Right. Shout out to Maya in the bill. You said, how do you think everyone will respond if we found out both Dot and Arby were stirring up? Hell nah, no.
Was doing what?
Stirring up the masses. Like this is all planned. No, that theory. I had that theory originally, but now that theory, Maya, nobody would make up being called a PDF file. I'm sorry. I just don't.
It's too brand damaging.
Yeah. So you said Squabble Up is trash, bro. It's a great value, not like us. The rest of the album was dope, though. No, no, it's not a trash song. You like the song, right? Didn't you say you like the song?
I like the beat, but I like the beat for like the West Coast vibe. I don't just necessarily like the song.
Okay. Do you like TV Off?
That's the one where he's screaming.
Yeah, Mustard, yeah. And the beat changes up.
I'm not even gonna say it. So I like the shock value of it, and I like the West Coast bounce that it has. I'm not gonna just say I like the song. To me, personally, this is Kendrick's worst album.
Oh yeah, I don't agree with that. I think
I take that back. Mr. Morales and the Big Steppers is his worst album.
Okay,
this is second worst.
We there.
All right.
I don't think that this is a worst album at all. I think that this is.
So you think this is a great album?
I think this is a great album. Yeah, I do.
I gotta disagree.
Yeah, I mean, you don't like West Coast music like that, though, right?
I like it in doses. Okay. Like I listen to YG, but after about 3 or 4 songs, I don't really want to hear it no more.
Kendrick did a very talented thing with this album. It has a lot of replay value. It's a lot of catchy songs.
It's a lot of catchy songs.
The production is solid.
Production is West Coast.
Great body of work. I think that Luther is dope, but I gave that.
I like that song. I like that song, but I like the beat more than anything, bro. Which is uncharacteristic of Kendrick, in my opinion.
Yeah, exactly. So he hit you from a different angle. I said this.
Pause.
This was his hit, bro. I'm not.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I don't be doing that. I think that when y'all be saying that, sex must be on your mind. I ain't thinking that, but what I'm saying is this.
All right, go ahead, man. I'm sorry. That was crazy, though.
This was Kendrick, and I said this on my last show. This was Kendrick's Hater Shut the Fuck Up album. And when I say that, is that a lot of people were counting him out against Drake, saying that he don't make hits, he makes music to free the slaves, all that BS. Stupid. And then they said that he didn't put a lot of the West Coast artists on. He had them on stage, but don't promote their music, whatever. He killed 2 birds with 1 stone.
Right.
He made an album full of hits. He made an album full of catchy songs. And every song didn't make you have to really think deeply unless you really wanted to dive in.
I mean, he still got some double entendres and triple entendres.
He still got it. He still got it, right? But this was an album that anybody could pick up and play.
Right.
Kendrick has never made an album like this, and I think he did a phenomenal job with it. Number slaps. It was West Coast theme. I grew up on West Coast music. I love Cali, but not just Cali, but the Bay songs. I like,
and you also like Bone Thugs and Harmony, who did like a lot of melodic funk sounding songs, and that's basically what the Bay Area West Coast music instrumentation is. The rapping ain't the same, but it's a lot of like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I love, because I like boom bap music too. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I like boom bap music too, but
yeah, it's just I mean, so yeah, but it's doing what it needs to do, I feel like. Now let's talk
about it.
It's
sold 400,000. I give him that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if he would have had promotion behind it without it just dropping, it would have probably did 5 or 6 to be honest.
Disagree, actually.
Shit, man.
I think if he would have promoted it, would have did worse.
Hell nah, no.
I'm telling you.
No, bro. If
people listen, shock value sales, bro.
It
shock
does.
Value sales.
It does, but in this case, with his momentum, say if I thought he was gonna wait till the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you know I would have.
He would have did easily 600K the first week. But let me move on to this real quick. So since we talk about Kendrick has a tour that is coming up next year. Him and SZA going on the stadium tour. I have my tickets already. I will be in attendance. I think it's like April 29th, something like that. That's
in Atlanta.
Yep, the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. I will be there. So it's gonna be dope. And a lot of people noticed that Kendrick had a date in Toronto. Now, yeah, exactly. I was about to say it. It went to 2 days because of the hype and the projection, right? So now a lot of people were wondering, right? Because when it first happened, that's really what took over everything. Not that he was going on the tour. Really, is the fact that he has a stop in Toronto, right? Where the Blue Jays play at the stadium. That's the biggest venue in Toronto, right? Drake has never performed there, right?
Nope.
So with Kendrick being there, a lot of people were just like, man, will Drake do anything to prevent him from performing? And I'm seeing a rumor being tossed around that Drake actually bought all the floor seats. I think that's cap anyway. That would be dumb on his part. But yeah, so a lot of people feel like, okay, he got 2 dates there. Charlemagne said he don't think it's wise for Kendrick to be there because something can happen. And you said that you feel like Drake has enough pull to make that show not happen. So you don't see any of those dates happening, any of those shows actually happening.
No, so I don't think Kendrick even thinks it's gonna happen because Drake is literally the man in Toronto, bro. Like literally. Like I think Kendrick booked that show so that when it's canceled, he can make a big to-do about it and try to make Drake look lame.
That could be an angle.
Yeah, that's what I think.
That's one. The other part of me, I'm playing devil's advocate.
Yeah, sure.
Drake had stake in the venue where he had those TDE artists, Schoolboy Q, and what's the other dude name?
Was it Ab-Soul?
No, not Ab-Soul. It's another guy. Y'all let me know in the comments. Drake
said not Schoolboy, not Ab-Soul.
No, it's some other Sir. Is that a TDE artist?
Oh, Sir, yeah, he's a singer, but yeah.
Yeah. So he stopped them from performing, right?
As he should.
Yeah. But the thing is, the only thing that makes me look at it differently is because the Blue Jay Stadium, and I know that's probably not the name of it, but they've been promoting this event.
I saw that.
Bring a bunch of money to Toronto, 2 nights, right?
Yes, it will.
So does Drake have that much pull? Because this is the thing. If Kendrick doesn't do Not Like Us, like say he doesn't do the song at all, right? Say he does mainly stuff from GNX plus his old stuff. Because let's not forget, Kendrick has the highest grossing solo hip hop tour of all time. I say solo because Drake had people featured on his.
Right.
So Kendrick has performances when he does it. He just don't get on there and just throw the mic to the crowd. So the thing is, that's going to bring a lot of revenue into the city and for it to be in a stadium. So would Toronto really be like, hey, Drake, and Toronto supports Kendrick because his album, Not Like Us, have all been #1 on the Canadian charts.
Right.
So would Toronto get in the way of that? I'm looking at it like, hey, there's a money thing. And what if Drake got stake in that? Drake could get paid off of that, right?
So Toronto's stadium been around so long, I seriously doubt if he got stake in it.
Okay.
But what I will say is Drake has enough cachet and pull in the city where, in my opinion, he can get it shut down.
A
And I'm gonna tell you
stadium,
something.
a
I think
stadium
so.
though.
I
I don't
think
know
so.
about
No,
stadium.
not the stadium, just the concert itself.
The
Like he can
concert
go.
at the stadium. I
So
don't
but what
know.
I'm saying is he won't go through the stadium. He'll go through like a city councilman or whatever their example of that is, or
Mhm.
the person that issues like touring permits or something like that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, Charlemagne was saying some stuff like they could sneak something in Kendrick's bag to get law enforcement to come. So it's
Just
going to be a rough
anything.
ride.
Like,
Anything. That's what
and this
Charlemagne
is
was
my thing. And people are gonna say this, right? Let's say Drake goes to again, I don't know if they have city councilors and all that kind of stuff, but let's say Drake goes to a city councilor and says, hey, blah, 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 right?
saying. Mhm.
And they come out with a statement that say, due to a possible riot or such and such, 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 we're not gonna allow the show to go on. People are gonna call Drake lame for that, right? They
Of
are.
course. Yeah, absolutely.
Here's why I think it's not lame. Because if Drake tried to do a show in LA and I'm not saying Kendrick can do this or would do this, but if Kendrick lined up outside the venue with 50 Bloods or 50 Crips or whatever gang he's affiliated with, and they tried to bully Drake to not come into the show or shot Drake's tour bus up or something like that, people would be like, "Oh, that's so gangster, that's so," and I just think we got to get out of that ignorant ass mindset.
Well, I at this point, I don't
Because
think that Kendrick would prevent Drake from performing in LA.
I don't think he could without doing something like that.
I mean, yeah, the streets, yeah, he ain't gonna have
Yeah,
politics and all that, but I
but
feel
that's what
like
I'm
street
saying.
politics. But what I'm saying is this: is that some people like, and I feel like what Laker for Life just said, yes, he does have enough pull, but I doubt he tries to stop the shows because you can't stop it forever. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Why?
because that's still generating money for the city. Why would you want to waste energy doing that?
Because, bro, listen to me.
Drake will be able to perform in LA at a given point. It's just right now the beef is lingered.
So is that Drake's fault? Kendrick don't got as much pull as he do in Toronto?
Well, no. How do we know Kendrick don't have as much pull? We
Kendrick
don't know
don't
that for a
have
fact.
Kendrick don't have the pull.
How
Drake
do you
got,
know?
bro.
How do you know?
'Cause I know.
Exactly. My thing is no. You see, we think so that we know so much.
Jay,
No, listen what I'm saying, bro.
remember this is me though now.
I know, but bro, listen, we don't know from his connections there because just like Drake is putting on for Toronto, and I know Drake does a lot, Kendrick could do the same thing there. We don't know for sure.
No, Kendrick does do a lot for the city, but bro, I'm talking about the politics of it all.
That's what I'm talking about,
Not because he's so cool or so popular. I'm
I'm
talking
talking
about because Drake is a half black, half Jewish man who is involved with the politics of Toronto, who has the right people around him that can make the right phone calls to say, "Hey, look, I think that might be a potential riot going on. That might be, political disturbance or something going on." I don't know if that should be able to allow it to happen.
Kendrick could do the same thing there in the city. I'm not talking about the state of California. I'm talking about there. But hey, if we want to believe these fairy tale things, I think this is going to happen. I think that Kendrick is going to successfully do those tours
in Toronto.
Yes, absolutely. He's going to do those shows. Ain't nothing going to happen to Kendrick.
Drake no, nothing is going to happen.
Drake
nothing is going to happen to Kendrick.
Bro, because guess what? If Drake does that there, his connections in LA to come do a show, it's a wrap. I don't think Drake want to mess that up. He don't.
What you mean?
If Drake does not let Kendrick perform in Toronto, that means that he cannot come to LA without.
Why? Who gonna stop him?
Who gonna stop him? The city of LA gonna stop him.
The gang members?
Not even just the gang members. The whole city is gonna stop him.
Oh, you saying like like on the political side?
Yes, and the streets.
The streets ain't gonna do shit.
The streets could, bro. Y'all thinking, okay,
bro?
Okay, let me ask you this: where do most of the killings be happening? From rappers and rappers. Don't answer. Where does most of the killings from rappers be happening? Where do most of the robberies?
Jay, trust.
Let me get it out. Let me get it out.
Hold on, LA. But listen to me. They would have to shoot this man's truck with a rocket launcher or some C4 to kill him, bro.
Niggas go to LA and think it's sweet. We've
Bro,
heard it.
nobody thinks it's sweet. That's the point that I'm making.
I'm trying to tell you, bro.
Man, you are
He could
man,
get touched. You talking about
bro,
the Navy
listen,
SEALs and all this other stuff?
I talk
Nigga,
to you.
The CEO of the CEO of United Healthcare just got murked on the streets of New York.
Standing in front of a hotel in New York City. I know.
Man,
do you
exactly.
think now let me ask you this.
How
often do you think Jay-Z stand in front? I mean, not Jay-Z. How often do you think Drake stand in front of a hotel?
Bro, he could get caught slipping, bro. LA, if it's any place that can happen, will be LA. I just don't think. Also, no. Also, this, even the hood politics of it. I just don't think that Drake would want to mess with that. Period.
Why? He don't fuck with the streets. No way.
He don't fuck with the streets at all.
Not for real.
I thought the game had all the connections with Drake.
The game, yes. I'm talking about Drake personally. You think if the game stopped being cool with Drake, that would affect Drake?
Oh, we're talking about in the streets of LA?
Yeah,
yeah, absolutely.
Man.
Absolutely.
Bro, you know it wouldn't, bro.
Yeah, it would. What you say? You said I do think that people will ride for Kendrick, but Drake's pull is definitely more political, both in Toronto and the US.
That's all I'm saying.
You think that? Okay, bro, you'll see it. Drake don't want the problems. I bet you Kendrick.
He don't. That's what I'm telling you. And
I know.
Bro, you're still trying to act like Drake is gonna try to settle this shit in the streets. He's not.
I didn't say
Drake's lawyer is gonna settle it with a pen.
Okay, the lawyers
with
bro,
$1,000 pen.
I don't even know why I'm talking about this. Drake about to get blackballed anyway, so he already on the brink.
Man, all right, man, let's move on, man.
You talk about a damn song, bro. That he about to get Diddy treatment, bro. I don't even know.
Man, let's move on.
Now, this is another thing, real quick. Could Drake do a stadium tour? Because he's never done a stadium tour. Now, I don't think that Drake could do a stadium tour.
Okay.
Reason I'm saying this is because I don't know if Kendrick by himself could do a stadium tour. Kendrick, now keep in mind, who's the bigger artist out of Kendrick and SZA? SZA is, right? But having SZA on there amplifies it enough.
Is SZA?
Kendrick,
or did you mean Kendrick is?
No, my bad. Did I say it reversed?
Yeah, you said SZA is.
Oh, my bad. No, Kendrick is a bigger star than SZA.
Okay, all right, yeah.
So, but having somebody on there with you, even though you got all the buzz, right? Having Kendrick and SZA there, because she's the top female R&B singer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got the top female R&B singer in the world, the top rapper in the world. They come together, stadium tour because of the Super Bowl, not like a success, period. Also, Kendrick isn't just a rapper on stage. Kendrick is a performer. And when I say performer, he has backup dancers. He has theatrics.
He got a show,
choreography. Yeah. Now, Drake isn't a bad performer. I'm not taking that away from him, but Drake doesn't choreograph. Even Ack had said this. Like when you go to a Drake concert, he's performing for you, but he's not doing a whole choreography with it. You've seen Kendrick, like when coming out in shackles and stuff at the AMAs and all kinds of things, performing at the Grammys. So Kendrick is a performer. So if I'm going to go to the stadium, I know I'm going to get.
So you don't think Drake got a show?
He has a show. He doesn't have a choreography type of show that Kendrick does. I would pay to go see a Kendrick show over.
Have you been to a Drake show?
No, I haven't. I've seen the Drake show.
Have you been to one though?
No, I haven't.
All right, so it makes sense why you don't think he has a choreographed show.
He can't do a stadium tour though, not by himself. If he linked up with somebody, absolutely.
Listen,
if him and Kanye linked up together, they could do a stadium tour, but that ain't gonna happen.
So the only reason Drake can't do a stadium tour right now, because I agree he can't, but the only reason he can't is because he just did a tour this year and last year. If he goes and not do a tour for 3 or 4 years, he could definitely come back and do a stadium tour.
I doubt it.
When's the last time Kendrick been on tour?
It was like 3 years ago, I want to say.
Okay.
But Kendrick, listen, Usher performed at the Super Bowl, right? He had sellout dates back to back in Atlanta so much that he had to break
arenas.
In arenas, right?
Not stadiums.
Not stadiums. But what I'm saying is, if I got 6 shows back to back at a damn arena, why wouldn't I be able to go and do a stadium? There's a reason for that, right? Even though Usher is a performer, Kendrick's notoriety is bigger. Usher put out an album the same day as the Super Bowl. You know how much it sold the first week?
How much?
I think like 40, 50, like 50,000.
Right, shout out to that album too. One Mississippi's own Guitar Boy produced a record on there and is Grammy nominated. But go ahead.
It was a terrible album though. But
hey man,
the album was awful. But
Grammy
anyway,
nominated.
shout out to Usher. But no, Drake would have to be with someone on the tour. Like Eminem, as big as he is, him and Rihanna had to go on tour together to do a
You
stadium.
think Eminem could do a stadium tour right now?
Not by himself, no.
I know he could. Why? Because he ain't did a tour in 4 years.
Bro, if he was to do a stadium tour, he would have did it. Do you understand, bro? Stadium tours are completely
50, 60,000 people. I understand.
Yes. Eminem couldn't do a stadium tour by himself. I'm
telling you he could.
Could he go on tour? Yes. He would have to have a co-headliner with him, period.
I don't think so.
He would have to. Drake could not sit out 5 years and come, because when you sit out 5 years, do people want to see you? Yes, right?
When you got classic songs.
Drake would have done a stadium tour already.
I don't think so. I don't think the time's been right yet.
Well, how big can you get? He sold 1 million the first week.
So it's not about being big, pause. It's about him not being gone yet. He's been consistently kicking ass, consistently being out, so nobody misses him yet.
My rebuttal to that is this, though, right? When you go absent for a while, doesn't that make people less likely also? Because listen to what I'm saying. I get what you're trying to say. That could also backfire on you because it makes people be like, okay, well, he ain't got no hits. That can make you shrink in a certain way.
Okay, let me ask you this. You just went to I think it was Drew Hill concert?
Yeah, some months ago. Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. What hit they got out?
They don't have no hits out.
Okay. You just went to another R&B old school concert. Who was it?
I don't think I did.
Yes, you did. Don't lie. Don't lie, because you don't want me to prove my point.
No. I'm really trying to think. I think the last one I went to was Drew Hill.
The point that I'm making is the last 4 concerts you went to, right?
Yeah.
All legacy acts, right?
Right.
And you still went to see them, right?
Exactly.
That's the same thing that would happen with Drake.
But they wouldn't.
Why do you think Bow Wow them is doing
I know that tour? The whatever, the Scream tour, whatever
Scream tour, yeah,
absolutely, yes.
Why do you think they're doing that?
Of course they're doing it, and a lot of people will come, but Drake cannot do he cannot go to Mercedes-Benz Stadium, bro.
I'm telling you, he could if he went away for 4 years.
No. I doubt it.
If he went away for 2 or 3 years, he could.
I will put money behind that. Okay, so you're saying, but Drake, before this, It's All a Blur tour.
Right.
What tour was Drake? I mean, what tour did he go on before this one?
He did something the year before.
No, he had It's a Blur. That was the same tour that he did. It was back to back.
Right. He's been on tour for a year and a half.
Talking about before that, what was the tour?
Before that, he did a tour in he did a tour right before COVID hit.
Okay, so what that year of a gap it is? Kendrick went on for 3. Okay, 2 years. That's pretty much the same thing.
So you do understand that the tour that he was just on, he was doing 2 nights in most cities, right?
Right. That don't mean that you could do a stadium.
So by your argument, where you said if you could do 4 nights in a city, then you could do a stadium. By that argument,
no. I said Usher. I said you would think that you could do it, but the reason he didn't.
So then you would think that Drake could do it.
No. If that was the case, Usher would have did the. Okay, think about this, bro. If I have 6 shows back to back with my buzz, and I'm Usher, right? Why wouldn't I go and do it in a stadium? The reason you wouldn't do it, listen. The reason you wouldn't do it in a stadium is because you have to charge certain ticket prices.
Correct.
Me at the State Farm Arena, I'm not going to be able to charge certain amounts, like, because it costs to rent out the thing. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
So, like, even academics have said, okay, maybe Drake wouldn't want to do it because of money, but I'm telling you that Drake wouldn't be able to do. He could do it, but it would have to be with somebody else prominent. That's all I'm saying.
Let's agree to
disagree.
Let's agree to disagree.
Boy, you crazy. You say he did the Cold tour before, and that was 21 Savage tour. And that's his biggest problem now. He didn't get folks to miss him. Something Beyonce is great at. He's not Beyonce. Also, bro, Drake don't. So he has dancer. Does he dance with the choreography?
He don't dance, but he has choreography.
My whole point. Exactly. Ain't nobody.
So Kendrick dances?
Yes.
Crip walking don't count as dancing, bro.
Did you see his Super Bowl performance?
Crip walking don't count as dancing, bro.
Not crip walking. Let me ask you, did you see his Super Bowl performance?
With Dr. Dre?
Yes.
Yes.
He was dancing on there. How did that like button come up? That's weird. But look, two more
Just
things.
dancing.
Bro, going like this, moving around and stuff like that. Yeah, he dancing.
That boy look like Uncle Elroy out there, man. Get out of here, man. Stop,
hey,
man.
All I'm saying, he doing the stage.
I tell you what. Next time the boy come to the A, I got you.
Who, Drake?
Yeah.
I'll pass.
Next, you tripping, man. Way better show.
Have you been to a Kendrick show?
Yes.
When did you go to Kendrick show?
Bro, I've been seeing Kendrick perform since.
I didn't ask you
no,
about
hold on, listen to me. I'm about to tell you.
Okay.
I've been seeing Kendrick. I saw Kendrick perform at SOBs and like
I just said SOB. That nigga, that was 15 years ago.
I'm just telling you how long I've been seeing him perform, Jay.
When was his last show that you went to?
I saw him at the I didn't go to it, but I saw him at the LA show.
Which did you didn't go to it?
The LA show. I saw it just like you did.
Oh, you talking about the pop-up. Have you been besides SOBs? Have you been? Because I just saw Kendrick perform in One Music Fest last year.
Oh, I was there. Oh, my bad. I'm tripping. I was there.
You didn't see that nigga perform, bro.
I was at the shit, bro. Shout out to Motown Lee and Jay Carter, bro. The people that throw that festival. I was there.
Bro, okay. But yeah, anyway.
Drake is a better performer, bro. But go ahead.
Why didn't he do a stadium tour? Because people don't miss him. Exactly.
Let me call him and ask him. Hold on.
Yeah, ask him.
Hello? I don't know, nigga.
I got one more thing to cover, man. So, Lil Baby got an album coming out.
Yeah, he just did a show.
Right. I heard, because I didn't hear any singles off of it, but shout out to Lil Baby.
He got one called Insecurities.
Yeah, I heard clips of it, right? When I heard it, to me, he sounded dated.
Okay.
When I heard his flow, if you were to say, hey, Jay, check this Lil Baby, I said, what is this? And you said, this is an unreleased song from 2020. I would believe you. So when I heard his sound, I was like, this man, like, because I never understood the hype. He had some cool songs. I'm not taking that away from him. But I feel like his time came and went because his last album didn't really do anything, have any hits off of there. 2020 was his peak year.
Okay.
But I feel like 2024, your sound could sound dated. Like Nelly, for example. Nelly puts out music today. If it ain't country vibe, pop vibe, trash. Like when he tries to rap,
yeah,
it don't sound right. It's somebody else too that just T-Pain. I love T-Pain, right? But when T-Pain sings, it feel like I'm back in 2006.
I don't know. That song with him and Glorilla a hit though.
I didn't say like it, but
you think it's because of Glorilla?
Yeah.
I tried, T. I tried, T-Pain. I'm sorry, bro.
Even me, I like the song he did called Texting My Ex. It was a few years ago. And I was telling my nigga Jay Smooth, I say, bro, this dope. He said he really wasn't feeling like that. And I had to think, I'm like, man, when you listen to new T-Pain music, it sounds like 2006. Now, it don't happen to everybody because Jay-Z been rapping since the 80s. He don't sound dated. Nas don't sound dated, right? But Lil Baby, his
flow. Cool J?
Nah.
He don't sound dated?
No. You mean to tell me he went to rapping like this because I'm bad? That sound like it is today? LL Cool J sounds like he's from the 80s?
I say he had the same flow. I said sound dated.
What year?
2000. Headsprung.
Okay, I could give you that. No. Not this album though. Did you listen to this album?
Of course not.
Exactly. So you wouldn't know.
Why would I listen to new music from LL Cool J?
Because
Ice Cube while we on the subject.
Oh, we about to get on that next week because they in my top albums. Y'all can listen to redundant ass Glorilla all day. Anyway, but let's get back to dated to Lil Baby. Do you think that his flow sounds 2020?
I think Lil Baby is running into the same problem that Nicki Minaj ran into, the Baby ran into.
Luda.
The flow is just too, and I don't even think it's his flow because I think he changes his flow sometimes. I think it's just his overall sound.
Got you. Yeah.
Like he needs to get in the studio with an engineer and just come up with a new sound.
Right,
sound like he needs to travel or something.
Yeah, because it sounds like he's still stuck in that 42 Doug era. Because I heard them songs and I'm just like, bro, like that shit, like how the Migos has sounded dated after a while. Like I'm like, the game is shifted. Now
Right.
a lot of West Coast sound and stuff. Memphis, Glorilla.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It just sounded to me like he need to travel, like he need to do a song with Glorilla or go out west and do a song with a West Coast artist, Roddy Ricch or somebody like that, just to get like a different sound. Yeah,
His
like
beat
sonically,
sound the
because he
same.
can rap. Like honestly, look, out of all the mumble rappers, I don't think he's a mumble rapper, but out of all the mumble rappers, to me, Lil Baby was the best one. Especially when he dropped Bigger Picture.
Yeah.
The one that's when he showed me he could really, really rap. Yeah. So, but even that sounded different than all his other music. It's bigger than Black and White. And the whole way of life. It didn't sound like all the other music he was putting out. You know who else is running into that problem while we on the subject?
Who?
Moneybagg. But you know how he just overcame it? I know you ain't heard it, but he got a song called Whiskey Whiskey. Have you heard that?
No.
Check it out when you get a chance.
Okay.
It's got him like shooting up the pop charts because it sounds like Shabuzi, a Shabuzi record.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I got to check that out. But I
so I don't know. Yeah, so sonically it could be dated.
Yeah. So that's why I said I was just like, and I don't really see too many people hyped about this. I think his time kind of came and went, in my opinion. I think that Atlanta don't run.
I was about to say Atlanta still love him now. Don't get it twisted.
No, Atlanta does, but I'm saying the Atlanta sound ain't dominant like it used to be. Right. I feel like you got Detroit, Texas now then came up. Memphis then came up.
Memphis going crazy.
Cali then came up. So that Atlanta running the game sound, Atlanta ain't running it like they used to no more.
Well, Thug went to jail. So
yeah, that's another thing. Thug went to jail. That was 2 years ago. So I think that the culture has shifted. And now with the biggest album that came out this year with Kendrick, with that whole Cali Not Like Us vibe, now, and you know, a lot of people follow each other. So now niggas gonna try to do it.
Oh, it's gonna be a lot of people going to Mustard for a beat again. Mustard about to be hot again.
Oh yeah.
Because you know he got fell off.
Yeah, Mustard did fall off. Yeah. Because his sound was redundant, but now it didn't came back.
All them beats sounded the same. He was flirting with being Swiss Beats.
I ain't gonna let you do my guy like that, man. Don't do my guy like that. One of the best producers of all time. But
nigga, please. All right, man. I'm getting off.
Yeah, but anyway. One last thing you said before
y'all hear my phone breaking up, but my
Lady for Life
said, Beats, bro, don't do that. Don't do that.
We'll talk about that next week. You said before y'all go, what's y'all thoughts on the new season of Rhythm and Flow? I don't watch it, to be honest, bro. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. I stopped watching competition shows and I don't watch reality shows. They don't hold my interest because that's the thing. I watch wrestling, and I feel like if I watch wrestling, you know, people don't feel like that's real. Why would I watch reality? At least I know what I'm getting with wrestling. I don't watch the reality TV shows and all that other stuff. I personally don't do it.
Shout out to the artist that's getting on Rhythm and Flow. That's about all I got to say about
it. That's it. Shout out to them. Shout out to the rap game. But bro, like, you know, I seen this on Netflix, but I think a lot of it be cap. It's just a money maker. You know what I'm saying? I need to invest into that though, for real.
Right. We need to do our own show.
Right. That'll be really impactful. So, but yeah, man. Shout out to everybody that joined us in the room. Man, we had a real good time, real good conversation. But my last message is to black folks: quit hopping on the bandwagon when it comes to these white folks. The dominant society, they do this all the time. And when we join in on that, regardless if you feel like the person is guilty or not, you shouldn't join white folks dissing black folks because it's a ripple effect. And you off code doing that anyway, because they don't do that with us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man, we had a good time discussing everything. Y'all make sure that y'all follow me. Follow me on the gram. Also on TikTok at JAYR3D or on Twitter as well. One of my Drake videos that went viral on Twitter. What was I said something.
I got kicked off Twitter.
Why? How?
Who knows, man?
How do you? I mean, they post porn on there. How could you get kicked?
One day I went on there trying to log on and it wouldn't work, and I just was like, "Fuck it."
Damn. You gonna create another account?
Nah.
Yeah. Well, maybe it'll work one day. But anyway, man, where can we follow you, DJ PM?
Hey, y'all know where to follow me at THEE DJ PM. That's on all social media. Facebook, Peter _ no, actually no _ Peter McElliott. First name, last name.
Yeah, yes, indeed. Man, we will see y'all. If you're in the A this weekend, make sure that you come out and pop out.
Pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up.
Yeah. We got a lot of stuff going on, but make sure that you also subscribe to the channel, youtube.com/ResView. This is J Red DJ PM, and we will see y'all next time.